Hey guys and gals, Never here from Drake Wing Gaming, and some of you on Twitter, the Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you with a Let's Play episode of Tian Hui. Anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and jump right back in, shall we? Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go! After reaching far away from the restaurant, the tiger leapt down from the rooftop, and I finally got to be free from his grasp of this single brain cell organism. I patted myself down and checked my bag, before checking my surroundings for my current location. A small alleyway. It seems like no one's here. We should be safe. We should be safe now? I turned to look at the Tiger Man, who didn't even pant after running that distance, only a little precipitation on his forehead. He wiped his forehead clean of his sweat and turned to peek out from the alleyway carefully. Not even the range of management, and they're still chasing. Why are they so goddamn persistent? Find them! They should have jumped down from here! And just as I thought I had finally escaped the chase, the voice of the soldiers began touring down the street, and I knew it was too early to let my guard down. A persistent bunch. They must have followed us from below the rooftop and chased us here. I guess I'm just gonna only ever have this music, because it always plays when you go to the pause screen. My fucking god, are they mosquitoes or something? It seems like we need to get out of the region management for now. Never mind all that. Hey, over here, follow me! Suddenly, the tiger lowered his voice and dragged me by my elbow. Startled, I stared at him, before seeing him turn his head to indicate the other end of the alleyway. If we go this way, we should escape their pursuit. A little distance, but we need to dash now. Eh? Wait, more running? He pulled me without saying another word and began running. I quickly adjusted my breathing and steps to match his speed. Since I don't know my way around here and running away alone is more likely to get me captured, I might as well follow him. But at this speed, just after finishing dinner without any warm-up, I felt myself cramping. My lower stomach began to ache. A little slower, okay? Dragged along the way, forced to follow his speed, was really difficult for someone like me with small steps. After an unknown amount of time, my breathing became more labored and my footsteps became more unsteady. I can feel a rusted taste rising up my throat, but this guy didn't have any intention to stop, as was still full of energy. While I wanted to complain, I can only force my mouth shut to feel a little better, praying we can reach the place he mentioned. Arizona? When he finally stopped, I was already shutting down. Not much strength left for thinking, even to the point of running forward mechanically, before being dragged to a stop by him, finally realizing we have arrived at the supposed safe spot. I gulped in air in large gasps and began looking around. Around me is an arid land with weeds and timber tumbling around across the soil, with some small buildings ahead of me. Suddenly, a gust of wind made me shiver as I realized it was sunset already. The last visage of the sunset made the place desolate and empty, a stark contrast to the city. Second, y'all. Oh, that is some damn good tea. I was still gasping and huffing, trying to adjust my condition. Even the mere act of talking was a challenge for me. No problem, once we're here. Whew! Dragging you here was tiring, I must say. Even though he said so, none of his expressions or body language suggested such. More like one that made that escapade look easy and relaxing. In contrast, even though I felt a little better without labored breathing, I could only smile wryly at his words. Seriously, though, part of your body is showing me you're tired. I'm done. Let me rest for a bit. I quickly lay down against a thick tree I found and began regulating my breathing once more. The air, empty of moisture, made my breathing quite difficult, even feeling a dryness that began to choke my throat and nostrils. It took me a while to restore myself to a somewhat stable condition. Sorry, did I run too fast? Good thing that you realize that after it's over. Fine. Thank goodness. My physical fitness isn't that bad. Ha! Good then. Rest up for a while. If those guys chase over, then I will beat them up myself. Since not many can keep up with me, I may have overworked you. Here this time. Sorry. I leaned against the tree and used my hand to adjust myself into a more comfortable sitting position, while he looked over at the distance, his hand on his forehead as if looking for any chasers coming over. No signs of soldiers chasing us. Though with the sun coming down, that guy would act soon. During the night, right? That guy? What are you talking about? I was confused with what he was talking about and asked him subconsciously. Right, sorry. I didn't make an introduction of myself with everything happening. I'm Shin Hu. What's your name? One topic jumped to another. Well, it's best if I don't point it out with what about his ecstatic attitude. Well, I feel a little hapless and resigned. He did introduce himself, and it would only be rude if I didn't introduce myself either. I'm Tex. Pleased to meet you. I can call you Chen-Hu, is that alright? Ha! No problem. I don't mind. Right, Chen-Hu. I recalled at the restaurant you mentioned a name. Someone called Bai Yu. Do you know him? Huh? I mentioned him? I don't recall that, but I do know him. That's for sure. Oh, yeah, I did mention him, but why ask me this? He felt quite surprised at my question and began looking thoughtful. Though it is true, how could someone that he recently met start asking about these questions? That's not absurd in his view. Oi, Chen-Hu! Oh, I know. You're talking about that zebra-striped wolf over there. Eh? Zebra? I didn't notice that voice in the distance but turned when Chen-Hu pointed in the distance. In a surprise, that comforting figure began appearing again in my vision, whom I met not so long ago. Bai Yu, what are you doing here? Bai Yu ran over quickly and looked at me with shock, as if he didn't expect to see me here. Tex, should I ask you the same question? What are you doing here? Didn't I tell you to settle at an inn or something? And why are you with this dumbass of a tiger? Hey! Who are you calling a dumbass tiger? And wait, you know each other? When? How? Ha, coincidentally, I say. Like, now. Oh my god. Oh god. Oh god, please go down the... Oh goodness. Ooh, that carbonation. I had the coffee, I had some water that time. Oh god. Okay. I turned to Chen-Hu and began to explain the story earlier today. Oh god. Oh, excuse me. I met with Bai Yu at the port marketplace when I was confronted with some cunning merchants. He saved me from troubles that brewed there. Something like that happened. You are one unlucky guy. As for me and Chen-Hu, we met at the restaurant, and that's a long story, but thanks to him we escaped here to avoid the local army's capture. You understand now. We are comrades in arms now. One who gone through life and death with me. What life and death situation are you talking about? Details. We fought together, gone through perilous dangers together. I'm sure that counts as being comrades in arms now, yeah? Pretty sure it's the same. Chen-Hu, did you end up in trouble again and drag Tex into it as well? What are you talking about? If you know the reasons behind it, you would have done the same thing. Besides, what are you doing here, Bai Yu? Aren't you in charge of patrolling the southern side? Funny story. I met this little bro here at the port, and after goodbye, I went to the west for investigation. During it, I heard from the crowd that a large tiger man is causing trouble at the Eastern Phoenix Hall, and was worried whether you somehow caused trouble again. So, I came over, and lo and behold, look at what I found. Bai Yu turned and looked at me apologetically. My partner here has brought you a lot of trouble. I'm sorry. No, I should thank him myself for getting me out of trouble. But I think I understand why you were having such a headache over him now. Bai Yu, you seriously acting like an old nagging granny to me? If you can save more time for me to stop worrying about you, then I wouldn't be in all that trouble. I'm running here for you. After reprimanding his partner, he turned and asked me, his expression shifting. Looking at you, I'd say you haven't found a place to settle for the night yet. Yeah, but the situation has become more complicated than last time. Though it shames me to say it, but my money pouch is gone, and I don't know where he lost it. I only have a few extra pennies that were left on me when I split the gold from earlier. Remembering this misfortune made me sigh and hang my head low. My ears and tails drooped. I should be at least thankful that I split the money from before, or I would have truly been penniless. Why am I so unlucky? Did I not check the constellation signs before I left for this journey or something? So much happened on my first day. Upon hearing my account, Bai Yu looked surprised. After all, I lost my money quite soon after leaving him, and even ended up getting mired in all sorts of messes. I can feel the sympathetic look on his face, like he was pitying an unlucky guy with rotten luck. Oh, that is some damn good tea, y'all. Did you lose it in the food street then? Any clues or ideas to where you could have lost it? None. I don't even remember pulling out my pouch once. Then maybe you met a thief or something. Yes, now you mentioned it, I did recall bumping into a child in the food market. Maybe that's it. The answer became clear in an instant, explaining why the child was panicking, leaving the scene of the crime all of a sudden. But however you look at it, it's just a normal kid. How? I knew it. The criminals of all kinds at Jijiao are even increasing in number and variety. They're really a group of bastards. With your luck, with that kind of luck, it seems like we need to help you in how to settle yourself tonight. What do I do now? My journey ending so soon after beginning. Don't you still have a small portion of cash left on you? How about using that money to settle for today and then find the means of earning it tomorrow? That's a solution. Booking for inns after sunset will not be easy, however. You need to find a cheap inn around quickly, and the only problem is that cheap inns don't come easily in Jijiao. Excuse me. Speaking of cheap accommodation, I feel we can find one nearby. Look, there's one right there. He pointed at a run-down, ragged building in the distance. That's my house. How about that one? The inns on the city boundary are quite cheap. Perfect for a one-night stay. Is that an inn? But why here in the middle of nowhere? Will there even be customers coming over? Not surprising at all. Even in the middle of the wilderness, a merchant caravan passes through here on occasion. And for those who wanted to rest midway, it's not a bad choice either, so it is within reason a motel is built here. Baiyu looked at Chen Hu appraisingly. You have some use to that empty head of yours sometimes. Don't talk to me like I don't use my brain at all. Thanks to you two gentlemen for helping me go through much today. I don't really know how to thank you any further. Huh. No probs. We went through battles together after all. That makes us brothers in arms. Don't be so polite around your brothers, or what? You're too modest around us. It's good that the problem is solved, but me and Shen Hu have some more business to attend to, so once more, I must bid you goodbye. You better head to the inn yourself. No problem. It's too much to ask it's too much to ask both of you for any more favors today. I won't bother you guys any further. You really are one unlucky bastard today. Did you not check the calendar sign or something? Stepped in some dog shit? Or you got seriously cursed or something? I don't know. It could just be my usual poor luck. Alright, Shenhu, we need to return to our investigation. If Mo Jia finds out that we didn't have any result from our trip here today, get prepared for getting beaten out by his wrath. Work our investigation. Did you get infected with his professionalism sickness or something? Can you stop reminding me? We shouldn't linger any longer. See you in the future, Tex. I looked at the inn in the distance. The darkness began swarming the land with the setting sun, the isolated lanterns hanging, giving off a sense of loneliness in the dark. God, that is some damn good water. I waved goodbye to my new friends and dragged my luggage and beaten body to the inn. Even though I had food, my weakness came more from within than from the outside. The meal wasn't as satisfying after all that. A breeze passed through the hamlet, and the flag and the boards of the inn began creaking in the wind, and I frowned at the sounds. Why do I feel like it's going to crumble anytime soon? Now, where else to go? Let's settle here today and rest tonight, then think of the plan for tomorrow. I opened the motel door, and upon pushing the wooden door, a more creaking sound echoed throughout the wind, as a chill conducts throughout my spine and a sourness surged in the teeth. Is it fine for me to stay here? I looked around the hall, where only a few candles lit up the dark. The candlelight shone upon the old and musty decorations and furniture. The patterns on the walls snaked upon the dimming atmosphere, projecting that sense of inviting nature through the abyss of the hallway. The sounds of grinding cloth and glass grabbed my attention back as I saw the lady boss tidying at the front counter, ready to close for the day. Alright, y'all, I'm actually going to pause it right there. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, ring that notification bell. I'm tired, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and head out for the evening. Y'all have a lovely evening. I love you all, and I shall see you on the next video. Bye-bye!